Hey, NIO fam, happy Friday. There's less than an hour left in the trade day. It's Friday, September 19th, 2025. As I record this, there's your date and timestamp. And it feels to me like NIO stock is consolidating in the last day or two, including today, and maybe getting ready for the next move up. I'll tell you what I'm thinking specifically with what I'm watching and why I'm thinking this in just a minute. But a few things happening over the weekend and a little data I want to share. I'll include additionally some links like the YouTube channel link for NIO for those in case you want to watch the NIO day. I believe they're going to be live streaming it, and they've got a countdown on the NIO channel. So I'll share that along with everything else from this video. But just a quick hitter because I do want to come back. I'm hoping to do a deeper dive on the price action and the next levels up that I'll be watching for NIO stock over the weekend. Maybe I'll get it out Saturday early morning. I want to watch post-market. I don't expect anything crazy after the market closes, but I still want to see that done before I do the video. So anyway, this is the refresh and bit of a validation on the Onvo L60 that will have delivery starting in late October. So we'll talk about the insurance registration data on Tuesday, but this is the August battery electric vehicle brands and the rankings. And if you'll note that Onvo was at the 10 spot, number 10 overall in August 2025, and NIO without the ES8 delivery numbers, which will start, of course, in this month. I don't know if they'll get enough to make it back up, into the top 10 range for September, but I think in October we'll probably see NIO and Onvo at least flirting with top 10 numbers, and hopefully that'll continue through the end of the year and into 2026. Firefly also, if you're curious, they had about 4,300 on the delivery side for the month of August. So they've got a little more work to do before they have a shot at making the top 20. But it was just some data that I wanted to share. And now let's come back and talk about why it feels to me like NIO is consolidating. If you look back here, this is the $7.21 level. That was the close on this day. That was the high from the last year prior to this week, where we saw the move up and through that level. Now, the high on that day was $7.38. The open was $7.24, but the close was at $7.21. So the $7.21 and $7.24 levels. If you look over here, oops, I'm getting crazy over here with the, with the chart. Sorry about that. I want to zoom in a little bit so that you can see what I'm thinking and why I'm thinking it is right now. For example, with less than an hour left in the trade day, $7.32. And for a lot of the day, we've kind of been in this range. And this is a low volume day, well under 100 million shares traded. Yesterday, also a lower than 100 million share trade volume day. And the 2 days prior to that are when we saw the 721 level just kind of shot right through. And so I feel like this is consolidating above that level. But if we go back just a little bit further, and you'll note 3 days of, again, if we're talking really super short-term consolidation, these were lower volume days. The day before that, we had and I think this might have aligned with, it was either at or right around the dilution. And so the volume was really big. There was a lot of craziness, kind of the negative news narrative was going on. And so I call this a one-off. But if we come back here and look at, now we're back to the low volume days again. And this would have been the 100 or the last 100 million volume day. And you see at that point, it was trying to make a move up, but then it came back down with those lower volume days before kind of exploding up with really these 2 days back to back. But, other than the one-off, this is a lot of, I think, very short-term consolidation with low trade volume. But also, if we go back just a little bit further, these were the 4 back-to-back trade volume days of 100 million shares, where we saw NIO move right up through the previous year to date. That's just in this year of 2025, and it shot right through. So my thinking and what I'm kind of wondering is, especially with the Asian markets, Hong Kong and Singapore, where NIO trades, opening up Sunday night here in the US, and then, and this on the heels of NIO Day happening over the weekend, ES8 launch and delivery starting over the weekend. This could be fun to track early in the week next week. I'm wondering if we won't see NIO stock make another move up. And really what I'll be watching for is the next sort of few days in a row of big trade volume, 100 million share trade volume or more. But frankly, if we have days like this where we have under 100 million shares trade and we're still well above the previous levels, and especially if we stay above that $7.21 level, I'll just feel like it's consolidating and waiting for another move up. So anyway, that's my thought. A bit of a quick hitter, but I wanted to get this up and out. And again, I'll try to come back with a deep dive video after I have a chance to look back and drill down on some kind of the looking back over the last couple of years for price levels and drilling down on that data. But I also want to wait and see what everything looks like post-market, just in case there's anything that is surprising that happens. So in any event, let me get this thing up and out, hopefully by the time the trade day is over. Have a great day or night whenever you see this. I'll see you all again very soon.